Let me just get me coffee. There we go. Ah, that's better. Now, until this COVID thing came along, one of the things that I used to do is I used to travel around quite a bit. Well, quite a lot actually. And one of the questions that I used to get asked more than anything was, believe it or not, about my hair. And the usual questions usually consisted of A, how long have you had your dreadlocks? And B, what made you get dreadlocks? Now the first question is dead easy. I've had them over 9 years now, getting on for 10 years. The second question takes a little bit more time to answer. The reason I got my dreadlocks. I used to have no hair. Well, when I say no hair, I used to shave it all off, right down to the bone. So in all intents and purposes, I was bald. I'd got no hair at all. But what I used to do, and if you've watched any of my previous videos, you'll know, is I used to teach people to drive lorries, the big HGV vehicles and things like that. And one of the things I used to have to do was take them on an airfield on a big flat slab of concrete and teach them how to do all the reversing and uncoupling and recoupling the trailers and the braking exercises and all that kind of thing. Now in the summer, this was absolutely fantastic. Weather was great, sun shining, out in the sticks, miles from anywhere. It was great. Bit different in December, January and February. It gets a little bit cold. So one September I said to my wife, I'm going to grow my hair a little bit for the winter. And she said, what for? I says, well, it gets bloody cold on that airfield and I'd like to grow my hair just to keep my head that little bit warmer. Now, if you're one of these people like me that used to shave the head, you know that in the winter, having no hair on your head does make your head extremely cold. And if you're like me, you hate wearing woolly hats. They make your head itch and they were horrible. And when my wife suggested I wore a woolly hat, I gave it a big no-no. So I started growing my hair. And as my hair started to grow longer and longer and longer, she used to say to me, I hate it, get your hair cut. Get your hair cut, I hate it. And she nagged me something awful about getting my hair cut and, you know, going back to the no hair stage. By this time, it's starting to get really cold, like we're talking end of November, beginning of December. So it's getting a bit, you know, chilly like. But she kept on and on and on. And no matter how much I said I wasn't going to cut my hair, she still kept on at me. Anyway, one day I got fed up and I said, right, that's it. I've had enough now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grow my hair and put dreadlocks in. A friend of mine has got dreadlocks and he's had them many, many years. And she looked at me and said, you're going to do what? And I said, I'm going to grow my hair like my mate Jason and I'm going to put dreadlocks in. And she made a very, very fatal mistake. She used the F-bomb and said, oh no, you're effing not. And that was that. There was no way I was going to do it after she'd said that. So I grew my hair longer and longer and longer. And then the following Easter, my mate come along and put my dreadlocks in. Oh, did she hate them. She hated them with a vengeance. She threatened to cut them off while I was asleep and all sorts of things. She hated my dreadlocks. Funnily enough, as time went on, and the better they got and the longer they grew, the more she liked them. And when I decided that I was going to shave the bits at the side here, and I got a video of me having them cut off, she was absolutely gobsmacked that I was cutting my dreadlocks off, and she's going, no, don't do it. But anyway, that is why I ended up with dreadlocks. So if you want to follow the dreadlock story and get a bit more information about me and my dreadlocks, please give it a thumbs up. Please share down there, and please subscribe. And hopefully, me and my dreadlocks will carry on this story in the near future. So hopefully I will see you all soon. Goodbye, everybody. See you soon.